alcohol, gasoline. Hell, my neighbor told me he used a pterodactyl spleen. What do you use to clean and seal granite countertops? Today I'm going to show you what I use, what I recommend, and what it looks like after. Coming up. I've got two different types of stone here to show you. This is Arctic taupe leather. It's got a really textured feel to it. Also, the textured feel allows stuff to get in the textures, so a lot of customers are worried about that, how hard it is to clean. You shouldn't worry about that. It's nothing like a grout line on tile. This is really easy to clean, and I'm going to show you how. Down here, I've got a double vanity I've made for my showroom in a Baltic brown. It's dirty. It's been out there in my showroom, so I thought it would be a good top to show you how to clean. What I recommend to all of my customers to use to clean, the Natural Stone Institute recommends the same thing as a mild dish soap like Dawn and water. This is straight up water out of a 1 gallon water container. Springtime artisan water. I just squirt a little bit of the Dawn in here, pour the water in, and bam, you're good to go. You can get one of these spray bottles at Walmart for around $3. You just take the spray bottle, spray it on the stone, wipe it down real good. As you can see, there's a little bit of a grease pencil mark left on this one. If you've got stuff that's sticky or a little grease pencil mark or something, you can buy these at about any store too, Walmart. They're just regular razor blades. You can take a razor blade to your top all day long and it'll pull out that razor a long time before it scratches that top. And you just take it and you scratch that off. Got a little over here too. You just take it and you scratch that off. Another common product customers ask me can they use on their countertop. Most countertop shops will tell you do not use Windex. It will mess up your countertop. It'll turn them blue over time. I like Windex. In my opinion, Windex will clean the crap out of a countertop and it doesn't leave any streaks. So we're going to use it on this Baltic brown and see how well it works. Just spraying my Windex on here. I'm going to spray it in my sinks and everything. One good thing about the Windex is you get that nice ammonia smell if you do use Windex. It does have a tendency to shorten the life of your sealer. So you may have to seal it more often than you would than if you use just the mild soap and water. But if you want something to clean your counter real good, I don't think you'll have a whole lot of issues if you use the Windex. Now what I'm feeling when I'm wiping here is it's getting pretty much everything off of it. So that one's wiped pretty good with the Windex. There was a lot of dirt and stuff on there. So I'm going to go over it one more time with just a clean paper towel. I still feel a little bit of stuff on there. I'm going to hit it with this soap and water and see if it feels a little better after I use that. Also, if you have one that's really dirty, I like to keep a razor blade in hand. That way if you have any rough spots, you just scrape it off. I tell you what, I did like Windex, but now that I'm using Windex and the soap and water side by side, the soap and water does a much better job than that Windex did. I mean, hands down, a much better job. I got a smoother feel when I'm wiping. It's getting the dirt off better. It's cleaning the sinks better. You don't have that strong smell. Yeah, that soap and water does a way better job. So now we've got both of these clean. You can see all the dust is off of them. When you're cleaning, you want to rub your hand and see if you feel anything sticky, like food, syrup, anything like that. And if you don't, you're good cleaning. After you do your basic cleaning, the next thing you want to do, if it's that time, is seal it. This is the sealer. I've poured it into a spray bottle just like I did the soap and water. This is the sealer I use. It's a color enhancing sealer. It brings out all your secondary colors. They also, Lowe's and Home Depot, Braxton & Bragg online, they offer a basic sealer. This is just a basic penetrating sealer. This seals the stone. It does what it's supposed to do. As you'll see in one of my other videos, it does not do near as good of a job as the color enhancing sealer does. So I'm going to spray some of this color enhancing sealer on both of these stones. It's a little thicker than water, so it's really hard when you press. And it'll probably end up stopping up my spray bottle. So I'll have to pour it out. But it's just thick. And you want it that way. Because what your sealer is going to do is going to soak into all the pores and fissures in your stone. And it's going to seal it and protect it from any stains, any germs, anything like that. After you spray the sealer over it, you're just going to take a dry rag, dry paper towel, and you're going to wipe over it. I see another white mark here that I missed prior. Another thing your sealer will do is it'll help clean that paint pencil and things like that off. You want to make sure you get all the edges really good with your sealer. A lot of times from the factory, they'll put a resin coating on these tops. And when you cut the edges and the sinkholes, you don't have that resin coating on that area after you polish it in the shop. So what that sealer also does, it replaces that resin seal and gives you that protection and that nice shine. So now, I've already sprayed the sealer on this one. So I'm just going to wipe it on here. It does not hurt your sinks at all to get any sealer in them. In fact, on my granite composite sinks especially, I'll spray a little sealer in there and wipe them and clean them. It makes them look real good and gives them a nice shiny pop. Alright, so after you put this sealer on there, you wipe it on. You're supposed to let it set several hours to dry soak into your pores and fissures, and then you want to wipe it down with a dry rag or a dry cloth. I tell people to wait till the next morning. What I end up having a problem with is, say I go to a house or an apartment to install, they're on vacation, they're not going to be back for a week. Or it's an apartment that nobody's bought and there's not going to be anybody in there for the next week or two. In that case, what's best to do as an installer or a fabricator, excuse me, is get you something to buff these tops with. Hit the button, and as an installer, if you do this, it takes a lot of that sealer off and goes ahead and buffs it into that stone really well. And that way you don't have a buildup when somebody finally does buy that apartment, or that customer does finally get home from vacation. There are several different heads you can get to put on these things. And this is just kind of a way around having a return trip as an installer. Or if you're just a basic homeowner and you want to put a little extra shine on your countertops, this thing will not hurt at all. You can use the basic covers that come with it. You can use a lamb's wool, just whatever you want. You still will have a little bit of a haze later on, but you won't have a real thick haze that you got to take a razor blade and scratch it off and all that, which would be the case if you left a whole lot of sealer on a countertop for several weeks. So in the whole scheme of things, just remember, mild soap, water in a spray bottle. Number one thing to clean your countertops with. If you got something sticky on there, regular razor blade, you can take it, use it all day long. It'll never hurt your countertop, not one bit. You will dull that razor out before you scratch that countertop. When it's time to seal it, or if you want to seal it regularly and have a super shiny countertop, I recommend Stone Shield Color Enhancing Sealer in a spray bottle. Spray it on, wipe it off, let it set several hours to dry, buff it off with a dry rag or a paper towel. Or you can spray it on, wipe it off with a dry rag or a paper towel, and then take a car polisher over it. Either way, you will be just fine and your countertops will stay shiny and beautiful for the rest of your life or until you sell your home. That's all we got here at Fouch Fast for today. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.